Okay, so I'm back here making a video here on my new Mathews Z2. Just a little bit about the bow quick. I went to the shop, got it. It was set up for a 62 pounds and 28 inches. I upped it to 70 and put a Z7 Extreme 29-inch 29-inch cam on there. I'm shooting 70 pounds, 30 inches. Don't have any of the Mathews accessories on here. I've got just, your typical wrist strap, cheap fuse stabilizer just to shoot the bow. I just got this a week ago, so trophy ridge whisker biscuits used. So I've had it on my previous bow and my trophy ridge sight. I used to shoot a Hoyt Charger, great bow. Killed 4 deer with it this past season. Got a real nice buck last year with it. No gut shots, nothing. Where I put my pin, that deer was getting hit. So took a buck at 42 yards with it this year, drop tine, and just drilled it straight through the lungs. And but this bow is what I plan to replace it with. It just came out a couple months ago, and came out with a no cam, and it's a nice bow. I like it. I like the red accent on that cam there. That doesn't come standard, but I had that put on, and I love those harmonic dampeners. Just little stuff like that Mathews does just to top it off. And it came at a good price too. I got this bow for like $750 or something at our local bow shop. The guy came down for me. He was at about $800, but so you can get these bows. They're decent bows. I mean, they're the previous ZXT and the Z7 Extreme is what they're made. They're supposed to look like, and they definitely shoot like them too. So that's nice. I've got a trophy ridge vertical sight, vertical pin sight, and just gonna hold the bow now. Got a trophy ridge whisker biscuit, trophy ridge vertical sight pins, so you can see that there. Just got a peep on there. Just a strap. It's got the Mathews focus grip on there, and I've got a fuse stabilizer, and yeah. So the bow's set up nice. I love the reverse roller guards on there. It's easy to tune too. Like I tuned this bow up in just a couple minutes. I had this thing shooting good. So I'm going to weigh those arrows for you guys, shoot them through the chronograph here at those bales, show you what it's shooting, how it's performing for me at 70-29, and what those arrows weigh. So let's go weigh those arrows, and I'll get straight into how fast this bow is shooting. So this is real. These are my hunting arrows. This is a hunting setup. I'm not showing you how fast it's going shooting a super light arrow, but these arrows are not super heavy, but they're what I use to hunt, and I've had good results on them with them. Sorry. It's got a 400 spine with a 9.3 grains per inch. Yeah, you can see that there, 9.3 GPI. So I'm gonna go have these arrows weighed on the scale, and with a 100 grain field point, and see what you think. Okay, we're here. Weigh these arrows here. Just the layman scale here. Let's see here. Got it at 0 with a 100 grain field point. Let's see what this arrow comes in at. Okay. Now that's my setup. I could be hunting with a true 400 grain arrow and a true, 100 grain point. I'd be around 500 grains, top to bottom. This arrow is not cut, since I do a little bit longer draw, and I'm going to be moving into even a 30-inch here soon. I've got some long arms, so I didn't trim these arrows. I'm only 15, so I'm still growing here pretty quick. And so it's a see what that was again one more time. Get the arrow set there. There we go. 445 on the dot. So, I'm gonna go shoot these arrows through the chronograph and see what you guys think. So we're here, got the chronograph there set up, and I'm shooting a 445 grain. That's including the point on there. So, Easton Nemesis carbon arrow. You know, it's no FMJ. It's, you know, it's just a normal carbon arrow, and it's got the blazer vanes on it. I'm gonna shoot this through the chrono real quick and see what you guys think. So here we go. Okay, so got our first shot done. I'm gonna run it through here again. Remember, 70 pounds, 29-inch draw. Whisker biscuit, 445 grain setup. Okay, here we go. Duplicate, 280 again. Here we're going to shoot one more time. Okay, so that's a duplicate. Let's see what this third arrow does. Duplicate 2, so 280. It's a very, very consistent bow. It's putting out good numbers, and I am very satisfied with it. So, yeah, now let's do a couple shots grouping, and maybe just a couple more small specs on the bow, and that'll wrap up our video. Okay, so I'm going to be running my bow here through the chronograph, the Mathews Z2, shooting a 445 grain setup, arrow setup. Get close to this chrono so we can give an accurate reading. And that bow is in the money every time too. That was a 280 on the dot. Let's see here. So we can bring another one right there in the 10 ring and get it fast. Straw is nice and smooth. Like for 70 pounds, it feels like the Hoyt that I had on 60. Again, that was a pretty good shot. 280 again. I am shooting a whisker biscuit, so there's going to be just a little bit of friction there to slow your arrow down just a little bit, leaving the bow. Not that much, so just a couple few percent of it. Nothing that's going to affect you much, really. .280. So all duplicates, 3 shots, 280. It's pretty consistent. So very happy, satisfied. Bow's very efficient. There's really nothing bad you can say about the bow, honestly. And of course, I'm not shooting like most guys. A lot of guys that get a new bow, they're probably shooting a $1,300 to $1,400 setup, if not more, depending on the price of the bow to begin with. I probably got $1,000 into the setup, just in terms of sight. You know, just a cheaper stabilizer, strap, quiver. I guess really doesn't count anything like for the bow, but $60 quiver, but nothing overly exciting. So that was my chronograph test on the Z2, so I'm happy with it. Let's see what we can do groups-wise with the bow, and that'll probably be a selling point for some people, so I'll be sure to get right to that. Stay tuned. 20 yards, Mathews Z2. I think you guys will like the results of this, so let's see how she does. It's a pretty good shot too. It's a real good shot. That's what you get for shooting Mathews. And again, I guess it's not all the bow. I'm not saying it's all me, of course. But the bow does have something to do with it. Some guys will tell you it's not the bow, it's all the shooter, which for error, if you miss your target, you got shot at you, it's probably you. But I'm just saying, like, performance-wise, you gotta have good equipment, otherwise. It's pretty good. One more shot here. Show you my 3-shot group down there. The block's starting to twist, so. Sorry. Put my back on that pole. I don't know what I did wrong, but something started pinching in my back. Pretty good group, so I'm gonna go show you the results of that right now and see what you guys think. So, finished up my 20-yard shooting. It's snowing pretty bad out here, so bear with me, but felt pretty good about my shots. I'm gonna go check it later. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. I've done better, but I mean, it's not too shabby. 20 yards, it's a circle. It's a little inch and a half. I don't know, maybe 2 inches. I mean, it's a real small circle, so that group's about an inch or less. 20 yards, that's not bad. They say you should be shooting, a friend told me this, he saw this on YouTube, you should be shooting at least 2 at 20, 3 at 30, 4 at 40, 5 at 50 for a good bow, good setup. With everything set up for you properly, the right equipment. And with Mathews, I'd probably take that all down an inch. I'd say 1 at 20, 1 at 20, 2 at 30, 3 at 40, and 4 inches at 50. If you're holding steady, taking your time, precise, measurements. If you really know your bow and your bow, is set up for you the right way, you should be a Hawkeye for the most part. Okay. So that wraps up this video of the Mathews Z2. 70 pounds, 29 inches. Hope you liked it. 280. I like that. 1.5 inch group. Could be a little bit tighter, of course. I like that. Thought that was good. Of course, speed, accuracy, forgiveness of that brace height, axle to axle. It's a good compact hunting bow. I mean, this, if you had to hold this bow for a while, you could. It's, it's a good setup. It's nice and light. I just love the shape of it. that pattern they've got in there, that gridlock. Good bow, good setup. So hope you guys found this video of help, and hope it was useful to you. If it wasn't, I'm very sorry. I try to do my best to explain what I could, that I knew of the bow, and that, you know, just the typical stuff that people want to know. You know, does it shoot good? Is it fast enough? You know, what are you getting out of it? What weight arrows are you shooting? Some guys will throw a video on and you don't even know what weight arrows they're shooting half the time. They're just like, well, I'm getting, you know, 310 feet per second. Well, are you shooting a hunting arrow, or are you shooting the lightest thing in the world? So, hope that was of use, you know, explaining how heavy my arrow was, my draw weight, my poundage, and my draw weight poundage, and my draw length, 29. So, please subscribe if you liked this video, if you thought it was of use, helpful to you at all. I highly appreciate it. And if you want to leave a comment stating something that I could improve on, or something you'd suggest in terms of arrow weight, length, etc., I would highly appreciate that too. I'm always open to tips and techniques, so like this video if you liked it, of course. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping by to watch this, and see you next time.